The Footprints Conversations series feature discussions and insights from accomplished workplace and marketplace leaders and their experiences on key leadership principles. As believers, we are supposed to practice these biblical leadership principles in our workplace and marketplace to help us fulfill our calling. The Footprints Conversation this week is part 2 on the power of a dream, featuring the man of amazing dreams who came out from the pit to become the Prime Minister of Egypt. As professionals and business people, we all have dreams. What do we have to do between the dream and the fulfillment of the dream? Prime Minister Joseph is here to use his experience to help us reflect and learn some biblical principles for our big dreams. Let's welcome the only Prime Minister with multicolored coat to the Footprints Conversations.
Great to be back again. I hope the insights I provided in part 1 concerning the pit period of the dream was useful to your audience.
Sure, we thank you for those insights. That's why we are excited to have you back. So, for part 2 you said the focus will be on the purity part of the dream, right?
Yes, and because the prison is the cost of purity, I may touch a bit on that if I have time. So part 2 will end with the prison, and part 3 will begin with the prison.
So, you are now out of the pit and things have started to work out in Egypt. You oversee everything in Potiphar's house because he realized that the Lord is with you. Did you consider at that time that the dream is now fulfilled?
Not really. The dream I had was bigger than just being in charge of Potiphar's house. I was grateful to the Lord for bringing me to that level from the pit, but I had a bigger dream.
But Potiphar's wife could not resist how you were well-built and handsome, so she pursued you. You were already favored by Potiphar, and if you give in to his wife's sexual desires, you will have her favor too. Someone would have seen this as a great opportunity, but you turned it down. Why did you turn down that opportunity?
I didn't only turn it down, but I ran away from it. I ran away because the thought of defiling my body as the temple of the Lord was scarier than snake or lion. I want to tell you and your audience that never compromise your purity for any opportunity. Know that purity maintains the presence of the Lord in your life. The presence of the Lord in your life is a greater opportunity than any opportunity a human being could offer you.
Thanks for that. I have a question from the audience. Were you also concerned that an affair with Mrs. Potiphar could blow up in a scandal, and was that one of the reasons you refused?
Not at all. For me, the only eyes that should see and value my purity are those of my Lord. Even if no one discovers our adulterous love affair, even if there is no scandal, the eyes of my Lord see everything. Nothing is hidden from him. Again, you and your audience should know that fleeing from any form of sin should not be based on whether or not you would be found out. Purity does not play for any audience but the Lord.
This is amazing. Purity does not play for any audience but the Lord. Is this the reason why you said in Genesis 39 verse 9, "How then could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?"
You are right. The only one I was focusing on was my God, who gave me those wonderful dreams. I was more concerned about how my relationship with the Lord would be broken, how my temple would be defiled, and how I could lose the favor of the Lord. My focus was not Potiphar or anyone.
The Can-Do leaders have a short movie called The Anvil, based on your experience. Audience, check it out. In this short movie, one of the 6 guideposts for your daily living that you developed for your position as a Prime Minister was, "My body is the temple of my Lord. I will keep it holy because my Lord is holy." How did this help you steer your life towards the dream?
Yes, my body is the temple of my Lord. For my Lord to live and manifest his plan, purpose, and power that could bring my big dreams into reality, I need to keep my temple squeaky clean. I should flee from anything that could defile my temple. Not only sexual sin, but even those sins like envy, jealousy, lies, deception, and double lives that no one sees or knows about. This is not old-fashioned. You need to know that the Lord wanted me to rule my body before I could realize the dream to rule a nation. purity is pivotal to the dream being fulfilled.
This is powerful, Prime Minister. So, if I get you well, self-control is key for purity. Before the Lord could put us in charge of something valuable as part of the dream, we have to take charge of our bodies first. To rule a nation, we must rule ourselves first. To take control of blessings from the dream, we have to take control of ourselves first. Is it why you were prepared to pay every price to rule your body and to have the purity that will maintain the presence of the Lord in your life for the dream?
Yes, the prison was a small price to pay for the purity, purpose, and presence of the greatest power of the universe in my life to help me realize my big dreams. I was not prepared to give up these significant benefits for some short pleasure, indulgence, or desires of the flesh. I will rather face the betrayal, false accusation, and the prison. You need that spiritual insight to count the cost and the benefit of purity with focus on your Lord and the dream. I will say again that purity is pivotal to your dream being fulfilled.
Amazing. Audience, purity is not only about sexual sin. Your sense of purity should not depend on whether someone is watching or not, or whether you would be found out or not. As Prime Minister Joseph said, you should fear anything that would defile your temple more than a snake and flee from it. Purity guarantees the presence of the Lord in your life to manifest the big dream you have. Prime Minister, we are looking forward to part 3. We can't thank you enough. If this Footprints conversation has been a blessing to you, pass it on to be a blessing to others. Are you a believer committed to fulfilling your professional calling at your workplace and marketplace? We have several resources to help you do that. Just subscribe at the YouTube channel for you to receive new resources we create every week. If you have creative arts talents too, get in touch and let us yield it to the Lord to use it to impact lives for His glory.